Welcome to the Trudy Lite Show with your host, international celebrity life coach to the stars, Trudy Lite.
Hi boys and girls, I've had an email from Ivan, all the way from Vladivlov, all the way from Russia.
Dear Trudy, I'm pleased to have intercourse with you.
I bet you are, Ivan.
I have girlfriend, Nadia, 7 months now, but I have physical love needs with beautiful single girl at factory. I need dumb girlfriend fast, but I coward. So is my question, how do it, Trudy?
Well, Ivan, you sound like a complete brute, but you've raised a universal problem. Now, my solutions may seem quite cruel, but really there is no kind way to dump someone, and it is always much worse to stay in a bad relationship. Paul Simon sang that there are 50 ways to leave your lover, but he gave us only 5, and of all my millions of viewers all over the world and elsewhere, only a few of you are named Jack, Stan, Roy, Gus or Lee, so the rest of you are stuffed. So here are my 3 suggestions for any coward wanting to dump his or her partner, which will work no matter what your name is. The first alternative, make them dump you. Be dull. Buy a rucksack. Talk about becoming a teaching assistant. Invite your partner on a camping tour of East Anglia. Or try being inattentive. Lock yourself in the bathroom with just your gerbil for company for hours on end. Oh, where was I? Oh yes, make them dump you. Casual insults, they always do the trick. Tell them they're looking older, fatter, balder. Before you know it, you'll be rid of them. Now, I picked up suggestion number 2 from my best friend Dita. You stop communicating altogether. She's so playful. Sometimes she practices on me for months on end. If you want to avoid an awkward scene and all those long explanations, just don't answer their calls, ignore their texts, and if they bombard you with whiny messages, then write a formal letter threatening them with a restraining order. Ivan, it's simples. Finally, the third alternative, dumping by text. Just something curt and final. As a coward, feel free to blame yourself. You can even use that good old get out, it's not you, it's me. But beware the text back from your angry and spurned lover. Don't read it. Do the cowardly thing and just press delete. So, moving on, I've had an email from Birgitta, all the way from Copenhagen, Denmark. Well, I love Borgen and ABBA, so naturally I was interested.
Hi Trudy, please help. I friended this boy on Facebook and he started following me on Twitter. He somehow found out where I live and yesterday I saw him hanging around outside of my street. What the hell do I do?
Well, Bridget, this sounds like stalking. And as my best friend Dita says, there are 2 types of stalking and only one of them is fun. This is a growing problem. I'm sure you know how close I am to Kate Middleton. I must have spent more time in the royal box than Will's. The other day I overheard her saying that she attracts all kinds of weirdos. Bridget, you have 2 choices. Either humiliate him publicly or go to the police. Now, if you're like me, you won't want the police crawling all over your hard drive. I've no idea how I'd explain those chimpanzee pictures. Where was I? Oh yes. Bridget, go on the offensive. Fill social media with details of his stalking. Compare him unfavourably with somebody really ugly, like Michael Gove. And if he still doesn't take the hint, find yourself a willing lesbian Or perhaps a chimpanzee, and make a sex tape. Send him a copy to prove that he's wasting his time with you. Oh, and do send me a copy too, won't you? Oh, which reminds me, Freddie from Amsterdam, yours is not the kind of problem I can help with. The only way that's coming out is through a trip to accident and emergency. Don't worry, they've seen it all before. Well, certainly most of the attachments, if not an entire Black & Decker. Matt from Pensacola, Florida has written, Pensacola? That's the inferior brand, isn't it? I didn't know they'd named a town after it. I'm more of a Coke girl myself.
Dear Trudy, I watch your show and I think you're fantastic, sexy, and brilliant.
Why, thank you, Matt. It's very kind of you to say so.
My girlfriend wants a threesome, but it's not the kind that most guys would love. It's with me, her, and another guy. And what's more, she wants to watch him perform oral sex on me. Well, I'm not gay or even bisexual, but I don't want to let her down. What should I do?
Well, Matt, there's a lot of pressure these days for a hot girl to be able to give great blowjobs. There are many online guides to watch. Pam's done one, Kim's done one, Paris has done one. Well, we've all done one. But as most of us girls don't have penises ourselves, we can't possibly know, as well as you boys do, what feels really good. And it could be that your girlfriend is hoping to pick up some tips by watching a man perform oral sex on you. In any case, the fact you're asking for my advice indicates that you must be at least a little bit bi-curious. And why not? I'm as broad-minded as the next person. Well, unless the next person is my best friend Dieter, who can be absolutely filthy. And if you're as broad-minded as me, then you may like it. After all, it does involve you getting a blowjob, doesn't it? And if you agree to please your girlfriend like this, who knows what exciting, adventurous and naughty things she might then agree to do to please you. Once you've had your threesome with another guy, perhaps your girlfriend will be open to bringing in another girl, maybe more than one. And after that, well, you have those gorgeous fluffy raccoons in Florida, don't you? Where was I? Oh yes, I think I'd finished, Matt. In fact, it was a matte finish. Now, as you know, my celebrity clients usually pay through the nose for my advice. Those of them who have any noses left, that is. But I've had a request from the fabulously talented and gorgeous Earl Oaken. Well, as I'm a huge fan, I've decided to make an exception in his case. Free celebrity advice for my favourite guitarist, singer, songwriter, comedian. Who knows? Maybe he'll even write a song about me one day. Earl?
Trudy, I'm very impressed by your show and your advice about relationships. As a man not in a relationship, I'd be even more impressed if you gave advice to get women doing some of the chasing up in the first place.
Earl, I can't believe you're not in a relationship. I'd have thought you'd be beating off the girls with a pointy stick. You're witty, gifted, urbane, and an absolute dreamboat. Daniel Craig's got nothing on you. Oh, there's a thought. Let's start a Facebook campaign to make Earl Oaken the next Bond. Now, pay attention, girls. Don't you realise there are some guys out there who prefer you to make the first move? All you have to do is walk up to the object of your desire, put your hand on his shoulder, look him in the eye and say, "You'll do." What's the worst that could happen? Let's assume he's not carrying a taser. But perhaps some of you girls are afraid of rejection, or that if you make the first move, you'll be used, abused, and abandoned as soon as an Angelina comes along. Poor Rachel. But only a love rat would do that. Oh, a love rat. That sounds nice and fluffy, doesn't it? A love rat with nippy little teeth. Oh, where was I? Oh yes. Carpool DM, girls. Seize the day. After all, you may get killed tomorrow. And talking of Oscar Pistorius, see you next time. And remember, keep it light.
If you've been affected by any of the issues in this program, why not get a pet, a dog for example, so that you can project your deluded notions of being loved onto it?